Alright guys, so this is day one of the flex meals. I wanted to weigh myself. I already had breakfast. I got the package around lunchtime. I didn't eat lunch yet, but for breakfast I had a cup of coffee and 2 bananas. So anyway, just gonna hop on the scale here to get a reference for what I'm starting at. So 320.8. Alright, and I'll do this again after the 5 days of just eating the flex meals. Alright, so these are the protein bakes. And there's a couple different ones here. I just tried this. It's a big bite. And this thing is awesome. I mean, this tastes like peanut butter and there's Fruity Pebbles in it. So it literally, tastes exactly how it would sound. Kind of like, peanut butter cookie dough, but with Fruity Pebbles in it. Alright, so this is my first try at these meals. This one's Caveman Casserole. And I don't know exactly what's in here. It's 565 calories. Once I dumped it out onto, a plate, it's a lot more food than you think. These little trays don't look like all that much, but it's plenty for a meal for most people. Also, again, because I'm not using a microwave, I happen to experiment a little bit in the oven. It took about 10 to 15 minutes on 350. I did not put it in this tray because it's not really oven safe, so I put it in a, oven safe dish, which is like a ceramic thing, and cooked it for about, I want to say 12 or 13 minutes, and it's nice and hot. So on the one side here, I kind of separate the vegetable to the main, portion of it. These are just some sweet potatoes. They're actually really good. They're tasty. And everything's already cooked. You're just warming it up. But that's perfect consistency. Very good. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And then this, I'm not exactly sure what this is. It's a mixture of different meats and tomato sauce. My best guess, because I just tried a piece before, is ground sausage and maybe some chicken. And it is absolutely delicious. It's really, really good. It almost tastes like there's pepperoni in there. It's kind of like a combination between chicken, maybe even turkey instead of chicken. I don't really know, but there's definitely some like Italian sausage in there and somewhat of a pepperoni flavor in like a tomato sauce. So like my first impressions is really, really good. It's absolutely delicious. So as time goes on, I'm not gonna do this for every meal. I'll show you a couple different meals. Maybe if I have something to say here and there, I'll tell you. But I will say right off the bat, compared to other prepared meal services I've used, this is seasoned perfectly. It's really, really good. The last meal service I used, the food was okay, it wasn't that bad, but everything needed a little bit of salt. So far this is perfect. I'm not gonna hit this with any salt and pepper or anything. It's actually really good. I'm really gonna enjoy this meal. So I'm gonna collaborate all these different clips, just showing different meals here and there, just so you can see what they look like and portion size and such. But yeah, I mean, right off the bat, I'm very impressed. Very delicious. All right, trying chicken and waffles here. So same thing, cook this in the oven. This took about 14 minutes, so everything was nice and hot. The only thing about this one, I didn't try it yet, is that it looks pretty dry. There's a couple chips in here, which are melted, and it smells like just like maple something chips, but there's no like real kind of sauce here. So anyway, let's try a piece of the waffle first. All right, well, absolutely delicious, but dry. Very fluffy, very fresh, kind of tastes like a fresh waffle, but super dry. Definitely needs some syrup or something. Chicken, let's try a piece of that. You can see again, there's no real sauce on it. Looks like just like a chicken tender. So I'll give that a go. All right, so the chicken is equally as delicious. Very moist, fresh tasting, like I just cooked in the oven. Just kind of like regular Perdue, type chicken tenders. Good seasoning, good flavor. Being warmed up in the oven didn't dry anything out or anything like that. But because there's no actual sauce here to begin with, it just generally is dry. So what I want to do is put some like syrup on top of this or some kind of dipping sauce for the chicken at least, but I can't because it's, contained meal. So this one was one of the most curious ones. I was very much, wondering how this would come out. And texture and taste is amazing. It just happens to be dry, So I'll just have to deal with it for, this particular meal. It's meal time. Trying the Keto Bang Bang Shrimp. Is that a Power Ranger? Okay, so anyway, yeah, this has a bunch of small shrimps in it. Some kind of, I don't know if this is actually rice. Let me try it. Okay, that tastes like real rice, not some kind of cauliflower stuff. So rice, some shrimp, peas, and some carrots. All right, try a bite of that. That is good. I'm gonna have another bite before I say anything because it's delicious. All right. So yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like it would be, but there's a light sauce on it. I really don't know what it is. It has kind of an Asian type flavor. I know that's pretty broad. and it's really delicious. It goes very well. This is an awesome little seafood dish. All right, quick note on the Bang Bang shrimp. There is some pepper flakes in there. I guess that's what makes it the Bang Bang part. So it has like the tiniest bit of spice. If you are super sensitive to spicy food, might not be the one for you, but I'm telling you, it's barely registering as like a tingle, but it is there. So I just want to make that note. All right, time for breakfast. Trying the power muffin tin here. Threw this in the oven just for a couple minutes just to knock the chill off of it since it was in the refrigerator, but it did start to melt, you know, the fat in the bacon here. I'm assuming this is like turkey bacon. I'll tell you in just a second here. Let's try a piece. Yeah, it's a piece of turkey bacon. It is delicious. It's good. I mean, it's not like regular bacon. It's just very good in a different way. But yeah, I like it. And this looks like some kind of, you know, pound cake or something. So let me try by that. Yeah, that's really good. That's it's kind of like a banana bread, but it's got some other stuff going on there, some different grains and such. But yeah, really nice, healthy, straightforward breakfast. So this and a cup of black coffee, and good to go. All right, backyard barbecue. Two different things here. First we got our meat. Try a little bit of that. Wow. All right, so that's basically pulled pork, perfectly cooked, really great sauce, kind of, you know, semi-sweet, no spice or anything like that, really, really good. And this looks very interesting. This is like, looks like cheesy corn or something. It's got chunks of ham in it. So let's try a bite of that. Wow. All right. So that is kind of like potatoes au gratin, only no potatoes, instead ham and corn. Really, really good. Awesome meal. All right, breakfast pizza, another breakfast time. So this, even though they call it breakfast pizza, it looks to be a piece of quiche, some sausage patties, and some like hash browns. Let's try these first. All right, those are good. Seasoned well, but dry. Definitely need some ketchup or something. Try some sausage. Ooh. All right, that's good, but also just a little dense, a little bit dry, but it has a good flavor, very peppery. And then a piece of quiche here. All right, the quiche is actually really, really good. It's got kind of an herb thing going on, so I'm gonna take a little bite of everything since that's nice and moist. Maybe that'll bring some moisture to the rest of the stuff here. All right, that's much better. Which, by the way, noise in the background is my coffee brewing. Yeah, I mean, really, really good, but definitely lacking moisture overall. Not because I cooked in the oven, just because the potatoes are a little bit dry. Need some kind of ketchup or sauce or something. All right, another meal time. Pasta la vista, baby. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, smells good. The first thing, though, I did notice is that, you tell from the plate here, the sauce is runny. But I am cooking these in the oven, so it might have something to do with it. So pasta, chicken looks like maybe Alfredo type sauce. The chicken is grilled, like I said, grill marks on them. So here we go. All right, chicken flavor is awesome. The sauce is a little bit bland, and again, it's just runny. But besides that, the chicken kind of makes up for it, but definitely not my favorite dish. So this is the Spanish Cali rice. All right, so I'm assuming cauliflower rice. When I first saw that label, I thought this was going to be like vegetarian or something, but there's tons of chicken in it, looks like. All right, so actually let's try a piece of that first. All right, actually that was turkey, I believe. Then the rice itself, some kind of tomato sauce or something going on there, maybe a little bit of corn. So let's try that. Pretty good, not too bad. Far from my favorite, but definitely edible and seasoned right. All right, another day, another breakfast. So this is smothered hash browns, just came out of the oven, so it's still steaming like crazy. But smells great. And this looks like just, you know, potato cubes or hash browns with like a country gravy and sausage. Tons and tons of meat though, a lot of protein. So let's give that a try. Wow, that is that is really, really good. Very, very hearty. I can imagine after this whole bowl would be, you know, quite content and full. Just really, really good. Exactly what you would think it would be. It's a nice white cream country gravy over tons and tons of sausage and some potato. The potato you can still taste in there and it's nice and seasoned. So it's not hidden inside that gravy. But yeah, really, really good. Great start to the day. All right, real quick. This is not sausage. It is ground beef, but it's still just as delicious. All right, time for another meal. This one is the Italian Stallion. I thought this was going to be lasagna, but it is meatloaf. So first, let's try a piece of meatloaf here. All right, I'm not sure what kind of meatloaf, maybe turkey, no idea. Let's give it a go. Yeah, that's really good. I'm guessing turkey. I mean, it's my best guess. There's nothing inside. It's pretty much just, you know, straight meat. The consistency is kind of like a little bit sausage-esque, you know. Let's try this. I'm not sure exactly what this yellow stuff is. Maybe quinoa. There's some spinach in there as well. So let's try a little side dish. So although I'm sure that's pretty healthy for you, it's not horrible, but there's not a whole lot of flavor there. So you can use, I guess, a little bit more seasoning. But overall, pretty good meal, and definitely sufficient enough to make me full. So now we're trying green chili smothered burritos. I have no idea what is in the burritos. First I'm gonna try some of this green chili that's on top, this sauce here. That's very good. Like kind of a, you know, tomatillo type flavor going on there. Let's see what's inside here. Looks like probably a bean burrito. I don't know. Let me try a bite. That's good. It is. It's pretty much just beans inside. I don't think there's any meat. At least I didn't get any in that bite. But very like kind of a citrusy lime thing going on too. A big punch of flavor with the chilies. So one critique I do have on the company is the labeling on the trays. It's nice that they do show some nutritional facts here, and it's kind of fun that they have a little image and some kind of name. This one was the Italian Stallion. My issue is that it doesn't say what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you're ordering this, you get to pick out your meals, so you should know what it is offhand. But let's say you put these in the fridge, you're going to pick one out, and you forget what it is. It should definitely say what the dish is besides a fun like nickname for it. But more importantly, it should also have the ingredient list on each one. So if you are sharing this, or if you're in a household with someone else that may grab one, they might have a food allergy to one of the ingredients that are in it. I was also having a conversation with someone that just said, like, you know, certain things they don't like onions or mushrooms. And if that ingredient is in a meal, you can avoid it just by seeing those ingredients. So although it's on the website, I do think that it should be on each container. All right, so that's one hit on the labeling. All right, mealtime. So we got beef stroganoff. And this is interesting because there's penne pasta and green beans, something I never see with beef stroganoff. But it smells good, so let's get a green bean in there as well. Try a little bite. It's really good. It's just definitely not a traditional stroganoff. I mean, the gravy that's on here is good. It has a mushroom base flavor, but I don't see any mushrooms in it. The green beans, they don't take away from anything. It's pretty good, and it just seems like regular ground beef in there. So very good, not traditional whatsoever. So time for freedom fries. That's what it looks like. They are large steak fries with some kind of a meat gravy. And there was cheese in there too. It's melted. It's kind of mixed in now, but it was cheese on top. Like some cheddar or something. So let's get a little piece of fry there. A little bit of meat. And give it a try. All right, it's pretty good. I will say this one needs some salt. And this is probably the first or maybe just the second that needed a little bit of salt as far as seasonings. Most of the meals have been pretty good as far as that goes. But the fries are awesome. They're actually still a little bit crispy. I did cook this in the oven instead of the microwave. But the meat in here, it seems like a ground turkey, you know? I could be wrong on that. It's hard to tell with the sauce. The sauce is almost like a country gravy, but a little bit different. Different than the country gravy that we had in the hash browns. But overall, pretty good, and definitely hearty. There's a lot more meat than potato. All right, so this is the last meal I'm trying. These are the naked tacos, which is pretty much what I assumed. It's basically all the stuff that go in a taco, only there is no tortilla. That's what makes it naked. But there is rice here. So this is, I mean, it was hard to cook this thoroughly without mixing it a little bit. The rice was kind of separate or underneath. If you were to nuke this, it would look a lot different than what it looks like now. I'm not sure what this is. It's kind of purplish. I'm assuming maybe refried beans. Let's try that. Yeah, that's refried beans, which are very good. There is taco meat in here. I'm trying to get just a little bit of the meat. Try that separate. Seasoned perfectly. Very good. And there's also guacamole. All right, so that's something that you'd want to make a note if you have an allergy to guacamole or something. Obviously not would be for you, but I like it, so let's try it. Yeah, that's really good. So, I mean, in heating this in the oven, I had to kind of mix everything. When it was presented inside the original container, these were kind of separate. Right now, it kind of looks like all, you know, the same mush, but I'll try a bite. of everything here with the rice. Give that a try. Yeah, that's really, really good. I kind of wish I can roll this up in a tortilla and make a burrito. So actually, I would probably call this naked burritos instead of tacos because there is the rice there and the beans. But anyway, that is it. That is the last meal. I'm going to finish it here in a second off camera. Overall, the food is really delicious. I like it across the board. I only have a couple little complaints here and there. The chicken and waffles stand out to me as being extra dry. The flavor was good, but it was just way too dry. Like I said, maybe 1 or 2 dishes needed salt. Besides that, everything was delicious. The portions were totally enough. I felt full every time I had a meal. I really liked it. I'm looking forward to trying this again in the future. All right, so it's the morning of day 6. All the food's gone. So I'm anointing myself again. I made sure to put on the same clothes, so just in case that was some kind of a factor. 3:14.